Howdy y'all, this is CJ here and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing part 6 of the Millennium Falcon by Fanhome. Hope you guys are ready for it. Let's get to it. Alright, so let's start off with bringing in our next issue and let's get to it. Let's go ahead and open it up, and right away we bring in the first page, which is the key ship in the fight against the Empire. Alright, so the Rebel Alliance used the UT-60D U-Wing as the starfighter, but also as an auxiliary vehicle, depending on whether they needed to use it in offensive capabilities or as simple transport. And then down below it gives you some of the specs of the U-Wing: design, length, height, speed, maximum acceleration, engines, hyperdrive, shields, armament. Turn the page, and then here you can see a wide angle of the Y-Wing, along with some information about the modular configuration. Over in this page, just some more information about the Y-Wing. It says stealthy and versatile right there. It's talking about the S-foil. Okay. Turn the page, and it looks like we got some information about the hologram tables. So, a prominent, if slightly unexpected, feature in the Millennium Falcon's main hold was the semi-circular bench seat and shiny hologram table, which, as on many interstellar, sorry if my words aren't coming out correctly, interstellar craft, had been installed to help pass the time on long journeys. And as shown right here, it shows the scene in A New Hope where Chewbacca is playing against R2-D2. Then over on this page, it goes over the table technology, basically what kind of went into the design of the hologram table, hologram tactics, ways you can play the game, and then the type of hologram monsters you could be expected to find on the game board as you played. Next page over kind of shows like a concept drawing right here of what it would look like. Let's see if I can't give you guys a little bit of a better look at what that looks like. So I don't know how well it comes on camera, but this is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and get right to the parts for today. So it looks like we're going to be doing some more on the cockpit of the ship. So let's get to it. So start off with showing that these parts here, showing kind of where some of the parts go. So for right here, 12, plant on details. Part 12 is a spur connecting 11 small components that will be used to add extra details to the exterior hull, plating in areas like that shown above. Keep the spurs safely until it is time to separate the details and glue them onto the hull. So basically it's saying that we got this in the package, which we have right here. It's a nice little spur of parts. You can see some dirt in there, some grime. They're a little weathered. These are going to go on the hull of the ship, but we're just not going to be doing that just yet. And then it shows this piece right here, interior details, part 10, forms part of the support for the bench seat, positioned next to the hologram table in the hold. So again, here's the piece right here. So this is probably going to come in to play in probably the next video or video after that, but we will eventually be getting to this part. So just put that off to the side for now, and let's continue on. Now let's go ahead and bring in our parts of the cockpit, the outer hull of the cockpit. So these two pieces here, they're a little thin, so I'd probably be a little careful when messing with them. But it shows us grabbing this piece here. It's the nose of the cockpit. Then let's start putting this together. It shows. So let's go ahead and actually put these two pieces together real quick. So we're not going to be gluing anything per se just yet. So let's push these together. Yep, even says right here, the cockpit shell will not be permanently glued together. In order to leave you access to service the lights before completing the interior of the cockpit, you can test assemble the parts as you see how they fit onto the passage tube leading from the cockpit to the hull. So let's go ahead and push this on so you can see how it looks right there. Nope. If I can get it to stay. Give me 1 second. Just set that down. There we go. Let's push this back on. There we go. Alright. It's not perfect, but you can kind of get the idea of how it'll look once it is glued together, or in my case I probably won't be gluing it together. It depends on what's going on. But let's bring in this ring. So this will actually kind of help keep it together. Let's see here. See how it shows it. Show holding the cockpit together, fit the large locating lugs on the cockpit link ring into the recesses indicated. So let's go ahead and look at this picture here, just kind of line everything up. So it's kind of like doing this. Push that back into place and push that into place. Alright, there we go. So now that we got that in place, we can probably get this. Oh, there that goes. There. It's probably not going to look great until we get it fully into place, but there we go. So now you can at least see it without me having to hold it too much. Alright. This shows you putting it onto the hull of the ship. So let's bring this in. I've already removed the interior piece of the cockpit because we are going to be doing some stuff with that later, but we can at least put this pieces together back together for a quick second. just to push this on. Yes, no. All right. Again, you don't want to force it too much. So for now, I'm just going to set this off to the side. And then just pull this apart for now. And set these aside. Because for now, let's go ahead and get to this piece right here. So we're going to be doing some of the overhead pieces. That'll be for the passageway. So bringing this piece right here. You're also going to need these two smaller pieces on that'll be going on the bottom, and it shows it to line it up in a certain way. So you can, I don't know how well it comes out. It goes out pretty well. So you got this groove, these two channels right here, this channel right here. You want to line that up with these channel that's on these smaller pieces. So let's go ahead and line this up. So you want it to look like that. I'm gonna spin it around so I can see what I'm doing. Next, we're gonna bring in these two stickers here, and we're going to form these. We're not gonna peel the backing off just yet. We're gonna form it to the circular pattern. But real quick, I want to stop real quick and kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up. So in your instructions for this part of the cockpit, for the front, I missed a bit of a detail and I've been struggling with it ever since. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put a crease right along the middle here so that this sits in nicely. I didn't do that, so for the last couple of weeks I've been having to fight with this because it kept bowing upward and not staying where it's supposed to. But since then I fixed it, and now we can continue. Alright, back to this. So first thing we want to do is we want to put this piece on this side. So we want to go in here. You want to get about halfway to the halfway point right here. And let's go ahead and I'm going to, where are they? I'm going to grab my tweezers here. And I'm actually going to use these to kind of help me bend this into place. No, maybe not. See if I can't just use my barely existent fingernails. So it looks like it lines up pretty well with this crease here. So let's just line this up and then kind of bend it over a little bit to put a crease in there. Check it. Alright, next, this spot right here. Oh, lost it. So this spot right here needs a crease. So I'm just gonna poke, kind of give it in there a little bit. Just make sure it's straight and kind of flex it over. Check it again. All right, we're in business. We got that side done. Now let's go ahead and get this one fitted. So let's go ahead and get this folded up. There. Again, check it. Make sure it's sitting in the right spot. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Right there. Give it a bit of a fold so I know where I'm going. Make sure it's straight and flex it a little bit. Alright. Now we can see about getting these folded inward. Actually, let's do one more fold on these. So it shows that we need to do one more fold right here. Let's bring this in. Fold it upward. There. That was a bit of a crooked one. So let's try that again. There we go. That's better. Alright. Let's do this side one more time. Get everything lined up. And let's give this the fold. There. Alright, now we can start putting these on. So let's go ahead and peel off the backing. There we go. Now carefully put this on. There. There. There we go. We got this side on. Now let's go ahead and while we have it here, let's go ahead and put this on real quick. Make sure we got it lined up properly. Yep. All right. There we go. All right, next part, or next side. Let's go ahead and get the backing off of this one. Like I said, my nails are almost non-existent. They don't stick out very far. So peeling the backing off of these stickers is an interesting endeavor. Hold on, let me use my tweezers here to see if I can't get underneath. There we go. Come on. Work with me. There. So now, let's go ahead and set this one in. Make sure it's lined up. There. There. and then bring this part in. Let's make sure it's lined up with that part. All right. There we go. Now it doesn't look as plain as it did. It's got some controls in there. Got some printed lights and whatnot. Alright, then next what we're going to do is we're actually going to bring the interior cockpit back in, and then we're going to bring in a sprue of parts. These are going to be going into the control panel itself. So let's go ahead and snip these out. So you can go ahead and get these kind of snippers on Amazon, or you can go to Hobby Lobby, get a pair of cheap snippers. They work just as well. These are micro-mark snippers. They work very well. They get really close to the actual product that you need. So that's why I use them. They're really good. But let's go ahead and snip these off. So let's make sure we don't snip too much. So we want to get just to where it tapers down. They don't really give you a whole lot of space for making a mistake. So I would be very careful when cutting these off. There. Alright. Let's take that and put it off to the side, put the cutters off to the side. And now we have our pieces here. So I'm going to bring in some glue right here, because I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the ends of these. I'm going to use my tweezers here to help me put them in. So let's see how they have these. It says push fit the locating pins into the 4 small holes near the center of the forward instrument panel. Issue 7 will provide more information on working with the small detail parts supplied on the sprues, including how to glue them securely. Okay. So I guess for right now, I will put the glue off to the side, because they'll explain a little bit better in the next issue. But for now, let's go ahead and just get these into place. If I can, I just pushed it down. There. Alright. So it looks like this one can go right here. Alright. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so finally got them in place. Sorry about that, it just took a little more time than I thought it would to get these into their homes. At least I'm hoping they're in the correct homes, because we'll find out later on. But for now, let's go ahead and continue. Let's flip the page. And then it shows us putting, let's see here, let's bring in, so it shows us bringing this part back in. This piece right here, sorry. Drop this back into place here. Again, put them right in the grooves. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention in the last video was that there's like a gap in this part of the groove right down here. And there's a little bit of a slot right here on the end, on the bottom of this, that will go into these grooves here. So let's go ahead and push this in. Alright, now it says to take this piece right here. It says when assembly is located correctly, the two ribs on the back of the rear instrument panel will slot into the grooves. So did I do this right? I believe so, yes. So let's go ahead and how do I do this? Okay, I see. So I think it needs to go like, nope. Let's turn it back around. So it's supposed to sit in there like this. Okay, that makes sense. Let's get this down in here. There. That's one side. Get it past the armrests of the other chairs. There we go. Alright. Now let's go ahead and bring this back in. It says to enclose it. Into place. There we go. Double check real quick. So it's not 100% lined up, but it does what it needs to do. Well, I guess from a certain angle it still looks lined up, so I'll let you take a look at that real quick. Take a look inside. You can see how the cockpit is turning out. There we go. A little bit more light in there. There we go. Alright. So let's go ahead and bring this piece in. See if we can't get this to close in around it. It's a bit of a snug fit. Something just dropped out. Oh, one of the levers dropped off. Thought that had been fixed. Give me 1 second. Let me use A little bit of glue. So for the levers, I found that using the testers they're just plastic models, cement, not the full-on liquid, just a little bit of a thicker glue. This seems to work just fine. Grab it with the tweezers. Assuming I can get it right. I know I'm wasting more time trying to get this to stay than I am actually showing you guys anything new. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. So get that lined up. Let's just pull that off for a second. All right. So I'm gonna have some tolerance issues. I can see. There we go. All right. That is a very snug fit. Let's go ahead and put this back on. But for now, you can see how the cockpit will kind of look once we have it completed. Mind you, there will be lights that will be on inside the cockpit, so it won't be this dark. But for right now, that doesn't look too bad. So let's go ahead and pull this off real quick. Let's go ahead and pull this off. Like I said, it's a very tight fit. Wow. All right. So what I'm probably going to do in the future is I'm probably going to put this on first, and then I'll put the rest of this on there, just for the mere fact that that is very snug, and I don't want to accidentally break this in the process of putting this ring onto the rest of the hole. So looks like that's about it for this week. Just push this back on for a second. There we go. All right. Yep. That's it for this week. But all right. So that was part 6 of the Millennium Falcons from Fanhome. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button down below. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you can be notified for the next time I post a video. If you guys want to build this video and follow along with me, or if you want to just build it in your own time and just fly right through it, you guys can do that too. I'll put the link to Fanhome's website down below. And if you guys enjoyed the music that was playing in the background of this video, I'll also put a link to the artist's YouTube channel down in the description below as well. His name is Dave Bronze. He does really good music. I think you guys will enjoy it. But until then, hope you guys have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video.